Should I go to HR about my coworker's invasiveness about my pregnancy? I, 31F, am 6 months pregnant. I work for a large company, but on a small team, my manager, 3 teammates, and myself. One of my teammates, 35F, has become more and more intrusive regarding my pregnancy, to the point that both my manager and I feel uncomfortable with the situation. I don't want to escalate it if it's not necessary, as I love my job and don't want to add stress to it or to my life at this point, but my gut is telling me I should do something. Background: my coworker, we'll call her Amanda, is a somewhat new addition to the team. She has been with the company for over a decade, but joined my team about 6 months ago. While we are on the same team, we work in different cities, so we mostly communicate through calls, chats, emails, and online meetings. My role does not require me to travel, but she does come to my city about once a month or once every 2 months. My husband and I are very private people, and unfortunately my pregnancy is high risk with complication after complication. So, we didn't share the news right away. Once I started to show, there wasn't much we could do to keep it to ourselves though. I was in an online team meeting, where we have to have cameras on, and a coworker in my office walked by and made a comment/gesture about my baby bump, so Amanda found out at that time. She was hurt that she was the last on my team to know. I explained to her that we weren't really telling people, and that the reason she didn't know was just for the mere fact that I hadn't seen her, or I guess she hasn't seen me in my belly, in person yet. Over the next few weeks, she started telling me about how she was dealing with fertility issues. She would go into great detail about the treatments and appointments she was having, the lack of interest her partner showed, and how she was jealous of my motherhood. I felt bad for her, gave her some links of programs our company offers that deals with family planning, and told her to keep her head up. I didn't ask a lot of questions, but tried to offer support when she brought these topics up. Last week, she called me and asked if we knew the gender of the baby yet. My husband and I do, but are not announcing it until the shower, think a combined gender reveal and baby shower. I've just been telling people that we don't know, that way if I slip a pronoun it doesn't give it away. Amanda then said that we should both take a half day, she would come to my city, cut me a check for a 3D ultrasound and go with me to find out the gender. This caught me off guard, so I just tried to brush it off with a "oh that's too much, thank you though," but she wouldn't stop. She insisted that since she couldn't have a baby, that she wanted to spoil mine. I told her politely yet firmly, that was not necessary. Ultrasounds are expensive and my husband would be accompanying me to any and all of my appointments. We have everything set up with our OB, and we didn't want to go to a third party out of network for additional screenings. She seemed to understand, and asked me to just think about it at least. Well, today my manager called me, and I could tell from his tone something was up. He kind of beat around the bush a bit, and then finally kind of just spit out, "I didn't want to ruin your weekend, and I wanted some time to sit on this and think, but I need to tell you something about Amanda." Apparently, she called him after talking to me last week and tried to get him to give her information about my doctor and my address. She told him that she was calling around to make an ultrasound appointment to find out the gender, and wanted to make one close to where I live. She told him about our conversation, and that I had told her no, but that it was important to her and she really wanted to do this. He told her that while it seemed like a nice gesture, that he could not and would not give out any of my information, and that if I told her no then she should probably just drop it. He said that she kept pushing for 20 minutes, and he kept saying no, even bringing up company policies about leaders not giving out personal information. He told me that it made him extremely uncomfortable. He said it reminded him of an old movie called The Hand That Rocks the Cradle and that she seems obsessed. He said that he isn't encouraging or discouraging me to go to HR, but if I choose to, he is willing to write a statement in their conversation. Amanda has always been a little overbearing, but never to this extent. I don't know if this is just her personality, and since we haven't known her that long, if we are both just taking it the wrong way. I don't want to cause a ruckus at work, and since we are such a small team I feel like it will impact our dynamic quite a bit. She also works in a completely different state, so I don't know how real of a threat she could potentially be. However, with all of the small comments here and there and now this escalation with getting my personal information, I'm getting more uneasy. Is this something I should take to HR? Is this even something they could assist with? Edit/clarification/updates, Amanda and I report to the same manager. When I said my manager I should have clarified he is also her manager. So our manager would have been more appropriate, my apologies. We don't work in the medical field, and no information was given to Amanda, so from my understanding there wouldn't be any HIPAA concerns. I do not have Amanda on any social media, and my accounts are already set to private. I have not yet gone to HR, but I plan to. I have been going through my emails and chats to gather some documentation of the situation so I have something tangible to provide along with my statement to HR. I called our manager to let him know I will be escalating to HR, and he confirmed that he will provide a statement as well. He also gave me another update. Amanda is going to be in my city tonight/tomorrow. She arrives after I am off work today, and I have PTO tomorrow, so I won't be seeing or interacting with her. I already knew this, as the event she is attending has been scheduled for months. Just providing context here, Amanda called him this morning and asked if I was planning to be in office at all tomorrow, because she has a card for me and something she needs to print out to give me that no one else can see. He told her to reach out to me regarding my schedule and ended the conversation. She has not reached out to me as of right now. He told me that he suspects she is printing something regarding the ultrasound, either an appointment card or a gift card or something along those lines, but she didn't tell him that directly. Since I won't be in the office, I'm assuming she will leave the card on my desk. I'm going to take my husband with me after work tomorrow to check, because I don't want to wonder all weekend. If it is something to do with my pregnancy, I will be including it in my report to HR. I will also be contacting my doctor to advise them of the situation. That wasn't something I had thought of, but I saw that advice in the comments and think it's a really good idea. I saw some comments about contacting the police, but I still think it's early to do that. I would like HR to have the chance to shut this behavior down before further escalation. Second update, Amanda emailed me a gift certificate to a 3D ultrasound facility located about a mile from my house. She didn't say anything in the body of the email, just the gift certificate. I made my manager aware, then replied back to Amanda very clearly and boldly that she needs to return the gift certificate because I am not accepting it. I reiterated that I had already told her no, and that this was overstepping a boundary and made me incredibly uncomfortable. I just ordered a security camera doorbell, with expedited shipping.